Hey everyone, in today's video, we'll uncover the top 7 most mysterious and terrifying discoveries in Egypt. From ancient Egypt, hidden in the heart of North Africa, majestic monuments remain, bearing witness to the rich history of this royal world. But behind these iconic landmarks lie dark secrets forgotten for thousands of years. Scientists who dared to delve into the depths of this mysterious world have brought remarkable archaeological discoveries that have shaken what we thought we knew about this fascinating region. Join us in uncovering the 10 strangest things that have been recently discovered in Egypt. Number 1. The Labyrinth of Hawara. Sometimes also called the Black Pyramid of Dashur. This place, hidden deep in the desert, about 62 miles southeast of Cairo, is full of mysteries and stories of ancient Egypt. Even though it remains a frequent destination for tourists, it also becomes a controversial topic among archaeologists. It was built by Amenemhat III, the 6th pharaoh of the 12th dynasty. This imposing structure rises to a height of 18.7 feet, has a base measuring 344 feet, and a slope of 57 degrees. It is clad in limestone, giving it a rough, solid appearance reminiscent of ancient fortresses. However, what is truly fascinating is the underground structure discovered in 2008. Its allure is so great that Herodotus, the Greek historian, described it in the 5th century BC as an incredible complex with countless chambers. The structure beneath the Black Pyramid is divided into 2 parts, one for the king in the east and another for his wives in the south. Both have their entrances and are connected by 2 corridors. Inside the royal chamber lies a pink granite sarcophagus, while similar sarcophagi were found in the queen's chambers, along with treasures such as perfume bottles, masks, and duck-shaped boxes. The intricate system of corridors holds ritual significance as it was associated with the house of the underworld god Osiris. Some of these corridors lead to the royal section, which remains largely intact to this day. The labyrinth contains 12 courtyards that are positioned opposite one another. The labyrinth above ground has been explored, but what lies below remains a mystery. Despite attempts to describe the labyrinth based on ancient texts, the true nature of what is hidden beneath the sands of Hawara remains a secret, continuing to astonish our understanding of history. Number 2. The Tomb of an Unknown Queen. Although 100 years have passed since the discovery of King Tutankhamun's tomb, archaeologists continue to uncover new secrets. In this ancient necropolis, the tomb of a previously undocumented Egyptian queen was recently discovered, alongside more than 300 coffins containing fascinating findings. The coffins contain hundreds of mummified bodies that belong to royal generals, advisors, and other important figures. Each coffin features a beautifully painted face and is decorated with scenes from the funerary text of ancient Egypt, the Book of the Dead. The coffins often bear the name of the deceased and depict the 4 sons of the god Horus, protectors of the internal organs of the dead. Some coffins even have double lids. Within them and the tomb itself, artifacts were discovered, such as games, small figurines known as shabti, statues of the god Osiris, and even a metal axe found in the hand of a mummified soldier. However, the most astonishing discovery in the queen's tomb was that it was made of pure gold. Archaeologists call her Queen Neith. Some regard her as the goddess of creation or the mother of the sun god Ra. Prominent Egyptologist Zahi Hawass declared that this discovery rewrote our understanding of history by adding a new queen to our records. Yet, attempts to trace the story of this monarch and unravel the mystery surrounding her and the other 300 coffins have become a monumental challenge for researchers. Most known burials in Saqqara date to either the Old Kingdom or the Late Period, whereas these coffins belong to the New Kingdom. Thus, the mystery remains unsolved. Number 3. The Rosetta Stone. Approximately 35 miles east of Alexandria, in 1799, a group of soldiers under the command of Pierre-François Bouchard stumbled upon the Rosetta Stone during Napoleon's campaign in Egypt. While digging the foundations of a fort in the area now known as Rosetta, they discovered this stone slab, with dimensions of 48 inches in height and 30 inches in width. This black basalt stone is adorned with ancient inscriptions. The text on the stone was a decree issued by a council of priests, confirming the right of the 13-year-old pharaoh, Ptolemy V, to rule Egypt. What makes this stone so extraordinary is that the text is written in 3 languages: Greek, Egyptian hieroglyphs, and Demotic script. At the time of its discovery, only the Greek language was understood, which made deciphering the other 2 languages an impossible task. The realization that the Greek text had the same meaning as the other 2 allowed scholars such as the English physicist Thomas Young and the French researcher Jean-François Champollion to unravel the mysteries of ancient Egyptian hieroglyphs and Demotic texts. History tells us that these stones were placed in all major temples throughout Egypt. Today, the Rosetta Stone is housed in the British Museum, which has sparked significant controversy, as Egyptians have repeatedly demanded its return to their homeland. Some historians now support Egypt's claim for the return of the Rosetta Stone, believing that this would help better preserve history. Number 4. Chamber inside the Great Pyramid. The Great Pyramid is undoubtedly a marvel of the ancient world and one of the most studied structures of the 21st century. Although it has stood for millennia, it continues to conceal its secrets. A recent discovery of a corridor leading to a hidden chamber beneath the northern side of the Great Pyramid in Giza was confirmed by a team of researchers from the Scan Pyramids project. Scientists uncovered the entrance to this ancient structure, which they believe to be the original entryway to the Great Pyramid. The discovery of this secret passage was made possible through an advanced technique known as muon tomography, along with the use of an endoscopic camera. The scan results showed that the passage could accommodate several people at once, raising the question of whether it leads to an underground space that served as a burial site for pharaohs. Sebastian Procureur, a physicist who published the first images of the passage taken by the endoscope, confirmed that no rooms or other traces of human activity are present in the passage. This led researchers to conclude that this chamber had not been used or accessed for decades. Scientists plan to continue their exploration with the hope of discovering additional artifacts and spaces. Number 5. The Golden Man in a tomb in Saqqara, the ancient capital of Egypt, Memphis. Archaeologists announced a series of discoveries, including a 4,300-year-old mummy covered in gold leaf. This mummy, the remains of a man named Hecashapes, was found in a sealed stone sarcophagus at the bottom of a shaft approximately 33 feet deep. It was entirely covered in layers of gold, making it the oldest mummy not of royal status. The mummy wore a leather belt, a headband, and a golden necklace, all indicating that he was a man of great wealth. Leading Egyptologist Francesco Tiradritti from an Italian university described the tunic and belt worn by the mummy as an ancient object serving to preserve the living presence of the deceased. These symbols may also provide insights into ancient religious beliefs. Another interesting observation was made by archaeologist Ali Abu Dashish, who stated that the discovery helped connect the middle-class individuals of the time with the rulers around them. Alongside the Golden Man, statues, amulets, tools, pottery, and various wall paintings were also found in the tomb. According to archaeological findings, it is believed that these objects date back to the 5th and 6th dynasties of the Old Kingdom, making them over 4,500 years old. Number 6. Mummies with golden tongues. In February 2021, tombs containing mummies with golden tongues were discovered at the Taposiris Magma Temple in Alexandria, dating back to the Greco-Roman period. In December of the same year, similar burial practices with golden tongues were uncovered at an archaeological site near the modern city of El Banasa. Recently, another buried man with a gold piece shaped like a human tongue was discovered in Egypt's Manufia province. This discovery is particularly valuable because, alongside 2 sarcophagi, one was found completely intact. The first 2 sarcophagi, one of which had already been looted, still contained 2 human bodies with peculiar golden tongues. Along with them, a large limestone sarcophagus was also found. Many believe that the actual tongues were likely removed during mummification by ancient Egyptians. It is presumed that the jewelry enabled the deceased to communicate with Osiris, the Egyptian lord of the underworld. Ancient Egyptians believed that Osiris ruled the underworld and judged the souls that entered it. Therefore, they thought that the ability to speak with this god and plead for mercy would help individuals successfully enter the afterlife. Archaeologists hope that in the coming years, they will uncover even more incredible antiquities hidden in these rocks. Number 7. The Lost Golden City. In 1922, the English archaeologist Howard Carter entered a sealed burial chamber in Thebes, Egypt, where he discovered the golden mummy of the ancient Egyptian ruler, King Tutankhamun. Who would have thought that this was only the beginning? In September 2020, a team of archaeologists began an exploration on the west bank of Luxor, near the Valley of the Kings, about 310 miles south of the capital city of Cairo. Within weeks, they uncovered formations of mud bricks stretching in all directions, surrounded by a distinctive stone wall, in some places up to 5 feet tall. This site was identified as the lost ancient city known as Aden, or the Lost Golden City. Although the full size of the city has yet to be determined, its dating is clear thanks to hieroglyphs found on various artifacts. For example, a jar containing 2 gallons of cooked meat bore the inscription Year 37, which corresponds to the reign of Amenhotep III, one of Egypt's most powerful pharaohs. Other discovered items include ritual objects such as scarab-shaped amulets, bricks, vessels, colorful pottery, and mud bricks bearing Amenhotep's royal seal. Archaeologist Selina Ekram, head of the Egyptology unit at the American University in Cairo, identified the Lost Golden City as Egypt's version of Pompeii, the sophisticated Roman city in southern Italy. The architectural design of the site reveals locations where bakeries, workshops for metal and glass production, administrative buildings, and even a cemetery filled with rock-cut tombs might have been. And that's all for today's video. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.